Are you trying to move on Black Ops 6 like this?
Where are you?
Well, you're in the right place, because in this video, we're going to go over all the tips and tricks for Omnimovement for Black Ops 6. Let's get into it. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 points: sliding, dolphin diving, turbine hopping, movement settings, Omnimovement, and we'll also go through controller settings. Dolphin diving. Why you should be using dolphin diving in Black Ops 6, how to use dolphin diving, and I'm going to show you clips on what it looks like when you're dolphin diving against other players. All right, now let's talk about diving, right? Diving in the Omnimovement is a new system. We are able to go left and sprint left and right, sprint backwards, sprint forward. So that means we're able to dive right, we're able to dive left, we're able to dive backwards, and then we're ultimately able to dive forward. As you can see on the controller, everything I'm doing is on the controller. So paying attention to my controller as I'm making these movements is gonna be how you do it, guys. So dolphin diving is very important. As you can see, I'm also able to dolphin dive into ADS. So this year, it is very, very, very important that you guys use dolphin diving in the way you play the game. It's gonna ultimately change the way you play, help you get kills, and be able to do certain things and get certain kills off. So very important, guys. Now let me show you some clips with dolphin diving and show you guys how effective it is in game. Now let's take a look at that second kill. As I dived around this corner, he wasn't even expecting the dive. Matter of fact, I caught him off guard and was able to still even have my ADS out, guys. So very, very important trick. Use your dives, guys. This year's about diving. Omnimovement sliding, guys. One of the very, very, very important techniques in Call of Duty Black Ops 6, guys. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to show you clips, and we're going to slow down a little replay so you guys can see how effective it is against real players. All right, guys, now let's talk about sliding, right? Sliding is very big on MW3, but unfortunately, this year it is not as big, guys. It is very dolphin dive dominant. But that doesn't mean you can't slide. That doesn't mean you can't directional slide and pick which way you want to slide and be able to use it. So guys, basically what you're gonna do to slide is you're gonna go forward, you're gonna hold your right analog stick down, and basically you're gonna wanna slide into whatever direction that you're aiming in, right? And this is only gonna go based off of your input, like I mentioned earlier in the controller settings, depending on if you're on hybrid and depending on if you're on tap to slide, but that doesn't matter because regardless, you are going to slide in either direction with the new Omnimovement mechanics. So guys, this is very, very important. Making sure that you use both the diving and the sliding will help you get off kills, make you get faster reaction times, and will just set you apart from the rest, guys. So very important. Now let's get into some clips and let me show you how it looks when you're doing it against real players. Let's take a look at Scott's clip again in 50% speed to understand why sliding was so important. Notice how he slid before he could even see the enemy and have his ADS pulled up so he can catch the enemy off guard, while running away from bullets, sliding as well, guys. So just to understand how important it is to use your sliding in your movement to be able to, 1, get away from shots, 2, contest your enemy, and 3, be able to recenter your shots to be able to get those kills off. So guys, very, very important in BO6. Now let's talk about turbine hopping, how to turbine hop, and why it's one of the most important moves to keep momentum while in movement. Turbine hopping is very easy. All it is basically timing your dive on a surface that's sticking out or a ledge to be able to cancel out diving on your back. So this is how it looks, and basically how you don't want to do it is like this. This is how it looks when you don't do it correctly. You dive over and you land on your back, slowing down your movement and momentum. So make sure you guys do this correctly. This is how it looks on a POV. being able to dive, get back on my feet quick as I can. So really important. And now on to Omnimovement, guys. Omnimovement is basically everything that I taught you in this video, between sliding, dolphin diving, turbine hopping, and basically everything that you guys just saw in this video. So make sure you guys use these mechanics. This is a new system, so it's going to take a lot to get used to, but with these tips and tricks, you guys are going to be able to master these a lot easier and faster. So at the end of this video, we have settings, so stay tuned and watch the bait clips. Alright, now let's go to our controller settings and let's go over some things here that I like to go over and kind of use in the Black Ops 6 beta. So first and foremost, we're going to go to our button layout where I have it as tactical, and I have my stick layout preset as default. And this is only because I don't play on claw. I have a Scuff Envision controller, not a sponsored ad, but I have a lot of buttons and paddles that I use on this controller, so I don't feel the need to actually flip my controller to use claw. So continue on, I have 18 horizontal and I have 18 vertical. Continuing on, we have simplified controls off, low mortar strain off, bumper ping off, swap LB with LT and RT, that is off. Controller vibration, I don't like to have that on. I know a lot of people that do like to have it on, but personally, I don't. I feel like it bothers me when I'm playing the game, and I just like to have it off. Going into dead zones, these are my personal dead zones that I have found a lot of success with. You can take my dead zones and kind of play with them yourselves, but I do advise you to kind of tweak them to your liking, because what mine work for me might not work for you. So just kind of use mine as a template and go in there and play with yours and see what you kind of get. Very dope that they added this. Moving on, we have the aiming part where you have the multipliers for different things. My ADS, as you can see, sensitivity multipliers at a 29. I know a lot of people that like to have it higher, which is totally fine. It doesn't affect your movement. This is only when you're aiming in, so this is one of those things that I like to have. ADS sense multipliers at 45. It's been so far one of the best feelings for controller on the game currently. So this is kind of what I do, and then everything else here is kind of default. Going on, we have our target aim assist, which is just naturally on. If you don't want to have your target aim assist, hey, go play without aim assist. That's on you. But me, I like to abuse aim assist. I'm a controller player, so I feel like maybe just having to use aim assist is just going to make the experience a lot better. So continuing on, we have our motion sensor behaviors off, and then we have our advanced settings, which I honestly didn't touch any of these guys. If you have other settings that you guys want to play with here, by all means, but me personally didn't touch any of that here. And basically this has been our controller and aiming settings for the controller part of the video. Moving on to the next. All right, now let's get into our movement settings. Off rip, we want to make sure that we have tactical sprint assist checkmarked, guys. Once we've done that, after that, we're going to make sure that our delay is at 0. Guys, if you don't have this delay at 0, you're going to have a delay when you start to sprint, right? At default, you are at 500. But you want to add this to 0. And if you don't, like I said, you will sprint at a delayed time. So make sure this is 0 so you can instantly sprint when you move your left stick forward. And also, guys, if you didn't know, Black Ops 6 has a new mechanic system called Omnimovement. And as you can see here, we're able to turn off sprint sideways, sprint backwards. Mind you, guys, keep in mind, if you turn this off, you won't be able to dive or slide sideways as well as backwards. So keep that in mind when you turn this off, guys. And I encourage you to just kind of try the mechanics out, have fun, play with it. It's really dope. It's been a great experience. A lot of the Obey guys have been having a lot of fun, and I want you guys to try it out and have that same fun. So continuing on, I have my mantle assist off, showing more. Pretty much when you turn it off, this is going to be kind of the basic presets you'll get. Crouch assist, I have this off as well. Tactical sprint only off. We have our automatic airborne mantle. I have that on, so when you're diving in the air, you'll be able to kind of mantle over objects. You won't kind of dive into them. So kind of keep that in mind. Tap to slide. This is a big topic right now. A lot of people are talking about hybrid. If you want to try hybrid, go right ahead. Again, guys, this is personal preference. This has nothing to do with what might work for me, might work for you. Not the case, right? Tap to slide personally works for me very well. I like to tap to slide and hold to dive, while there's another new setting called hybrid where you tap only to slide, and while you're sprinting, you'll tap to dive. So keep that in mind, guys. Kind of play with these things. These settings are not 100% might work for you. So this is why you want to take these settings and kind of play with them. So we have the auto door peek off. I don't want to peek doors. I want to kind of just run through them. Continuing on, we have our movement advanced settings where you can see that we have the toggle. I like to toggle my settings. We have the auto move forward off. I don't like to have auto moving forward. A lot of people have stick drift. Keep that in mind if you guys have stick drift to take this off. So have this off. Sprint restore is on, obviously. Slide maintain sprint is on because I want to keep my movement while sprinting. Keep that in mind for the movement trips, guys. Tactical sprint behavior is single tap sprint. I have the plunging underwater trigger. And then I have sprinting door dash where I just mentioned I don't peek doors. I kind of just door dash them. And then basically this has been the settings for movement, guys. Really simple, really straight to the point. But what I really want to stress, guys, is making sure that when you guys do the tactical sprint assist, that you guys remove the delay, guys. Trust me, this is going to be a night and day difference. You're going to thank me later. And you're going to be able to move and sprint as fast as you can, guys.